Hello, this is just a quick guide on how to apply music properly in all of your videos. So, first things first, identify the mood. What mood? Let me show you a visual example here. So, as you can see, if someone, more specifically, if a scenario is sad, and my example here is that someone died, and so naturally the music should be more of the sad side. And if it's more on hopeful for this example, this example shows that the reinforcement just arrived. So this shows the reinforcement shows up, and so the scenario is more hopeful. So use more hopeful music here. So once you identified all of the moods of specific scenarios, next question is how would you connect those without sounding weird or anything? So what I did to seamlessly transition to the next music, especially if there's a hard cut like this one right here. Let me just mute this one real quick. Especially this one right here, because it has a hard cut. Can see. It sounds weird where it transitions to the next music. So what I did, if this is only applicable if you wanted to end up music right there and it's still at its peak. So what I suggest is you add this two sound effects below it to cover up the weird sound effects. So let me just mute this and let's take a listen. Yeah, just the whooshing, the riser and the whoosh sound effects masks the weird transition to it, so that also fixes that. The other transition that I use is fade in and out. Because this is only applicable when I use it at the end of a music where it slowly fades away, and also at the start of the music of the next music where it starts off slow. This transition is actually perfect for them. I usually fade it in at 3 seconds so that they will be transitioning seamlessly. Take a listen. As you can see, it transitions seamlessly. So these are the two transitions that I use to make it more seamless. On to the next part. Once you're done transitioning and identifying all the moods, now it's down to the volume. When adjusting the volume, be sure to listen through a speaker and adjust the volume accordingly. Some music are louder while others are quieter, so volume is unique per music. There's no universal volume setting for all of the music. For example, here, it says here at -20. This is pretty quiet already. But here, at this area right here, music spikes up a bit more. So it's a bit more louder here. I made a keyframe right here and made another keyframe over here and made this keyframe gradually lower it to 25s, make it more quieter than the rest. As this area right here, this music is a bit more louder than the rest. Same goes for here. If I remove this, yep. Yeah, it's a bit more louder. Let me turn on the voiceover. Take a listen.
Candidates had to be male, chosen young enough that their bodies were still developing and could be reshaped.
Oh, this is the old one. This VO is really, really bad, so this is not the greatest option here. So for the volume, I mainly do it at -20 and -15 for the quieter ones. Around that range, um, but I found that -8 15 works good for the quieter ones, or maybe -17 is good as well. I don't usually go to -15 as it tends to be a bit louder at times. So -18 is good for the quieter music. And be sure to, if there are any parts of the music, and to add a keyframe, which you can do by with this line right here for the volume. You can control the volume visually or in here. To add a keyframe, you can do that here as well, or over here where you can just click on the line while holding Alt. You can add a keyframe, and from here you can just click on the keyframe and hold Shift and drag the keyframe up and down to lock the motion to just be up and down and not side to side, so you'll not be accidentally moving the keyframe from side to side. Same goes for when you want to move it side to side. You just hold Shift and left click, and you move it left to right so that you will not accidentally increase or decrease the volume. So that's it. That's a quick guide on how to add a music here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Slack, and I'll do my best to help you any way I can.